Alright guys, it's Sadie and we have some electronics to look at this one. You remember this one? This one is on Instagram from way back. Look, it's a little, these are the LEDs, these are the sands of, these are the sands of our, these are the hours of our lives. Yeah, that kit worked out really good. Okay, so I want to show you guys the next couple things that I have. Okay, I have got little locks, these little locks for some of my projects because some of them are dangerous. Okay, and then we're going to do a kit, but and then I have some nice switches here. Where did those come from? Those came from Amazon. And then, okay, so we'll just this is what I'm thinking of. Now I've got obsessed with this. Okay, so I was thinking how it's powered. It just has the one diode in it. So I mean I'm gonna Google what power it is, and like a bulb or something, you can always have more power or less power, but it probably is, it has to work on a certain area of voltage. So the microwave transformers are like 2100 AC, right? And then it had the diode in there, just one diode. So that we're not doing the full, like the guy that always shocks himself, the Middle Eastern guy. He has a full bridge rectifier shirt. I mean, that's funny. It's funny. It's funny because people who are into electronics, like, that's funny. So I guess that's his merch. But yeah, that's a full bridge rectifier. But so all the microwaves I've taken apart, and we do have one out there right now, and it might work. They just have one diode in it. So they have those capacitors. So it's just, I have so many. Okay, so it has a 2100 AC with one diode. So it's just chopping off half of that, whether it's the top or the bottom, whatever. It's just rectifying it. But we're only using half of the waveform. So even though, so the microwave says 700 watts, it's obviously, of course, it's not 700 watts of microwave power. See, oh, the magnet's going on there. The magnet's going on there. Okay, so when they say 700 watts, 800 watts, 900 watts, it's just kind of like when you have your car and it says 200 horsepower. Well, it's not like you do 200 horsepower to every, it's 10 miles an hour. Oh, let's do the 200 horsepower. We need the whole. So if it is 2100 volts and it is chopping off half of it and rectifying it, So since it's the AC, it's around, well, it's around 4,000 volts. So, I mean, I could easily just Google what the magnetron runs off of. But, of course, it won't run off 3,600. And can't we put 5,200 volts into it? So, I was thinking, when the microwave is running, it's just directly powering it, consistently powering it. But what if you had a capacitor bank and you just kind of dumped it into it? Has anyone, I mean, people have thought of that, of course. So have a capacitor bank and dump the electricity, dump the energy into the magnetron. So you would not need all this stuff to cool it. All this stuff to cool it is because it's running constantly. So in theory, you could make a capacitor bank 4,200 volts or something, or 5,000 volts. Make a capacitor bank, and you could dump it into this, and it would produce microwaves. But since it's not continuously running, you could really get rid of a lot of this metal that you really don't need, because that's for it to continuously run. Okay, and then I did take off the back, and it is fascinating. So it looks like there's more of that pink. Is that the same pink element that's on the other side? Which is, I don't know if that's just the color they used, or looking at it, it probably makes sense that it is the same. So, but it's not so protected in there. But so, look at that. It has the coils in there, so it's just like a choke. And so what I was thinking of doing is making a capacitor bank like in 4,000 volts, 42, and then just dumping it in there and just seeing if it produced some kind of thing. Okay, so I shouldn't have, well, it doesn't matter. Well, I do want it on there a little bit better. Okay, so that's what I was thinking about. So then we have these, which is 100 volts, 47 microfarads, and there's 40 of them. So that's 40 times 100 volts. So if I were to put all these capacitors in a series, we could have 4,000 volts. And then, of course, it would divide by, you would take the 47 microfarads and divide it by 40 to get the capacitance of it. So it could make a capacitor bank stringing all of these 40 100 volt capacitors together to make a big capacitor to dump into this. And I did calculate that it was 9.2 joules. So we would have 9.2 joules of energy if this was charged up to dump into there. Would that make an effect? Would that? So then we have the idea of two ways to power it. Is with this is like one of those Nixie tube. Oh my gosh! Okay, this is one of those Nixie tube power supplies. So it has inputs, and you can see that nice heat sink right there, and a lot of engineering right there. But what this produces is it has a ground, and it has a positive 390 volts, and it has a negative 390 volts. So if I did a 5-stage multiplier, I could charge up these with this. And then the other option was that racket that I had on a previous video. It says the bug killer racket produces 4,000 volts, but then we tested it and it was like 3,800, but whatever. But if I put a little more voltage into it, we could get it to 400. And I wouldn't want to exceed the, it would get to 400, or no, 4,000, sorry. I've been up. I cannot sleep. So I'm making a video. I was like, well, just go ahead and get some sleep, and then wake up tomorrow all fresh and make a video. No, it's the middle of the night when I like to make videos, and then I'm always okay. So yeah. So the racket, that little racket bug killer, produced 4,000 volts, roughly. We just add a little more voltage into it. So we could charge this up. So it's 9.2 joules, 4,000 volts we could dump into this and see if we could, like, destroy the little tomato or something, or heat something up. And then I could take my heat. I have one of those flare things that shows the heat trace that I need to get the app. It's like it's called Seek, and it will do the colors of, like, so if you had your car was overheating, or your computer was overheating, you could, or a circuit breaker was overheating, that's what you could use it for. But you can use it for a lot of other things. But that Seek thing, I need to get that so I could see where the hot spots were on it. If I okay, so I'm just talking about other videos. Okay, 14 minutes. So those are our options to power this. So we'll put all these capacitors together, 40 of them together. This is just the next projects that I can make, because I'm interested in this. And of course, I don't want to hook it up to the line voltage and experiment with it that way. Mr. Carlson would have an aneurysm if I did that. So we'll just power it by battery. And we do have the racket, or we do have this Nixie tube. This is a little more beefy. This is a little more... Oh, I'm not even in the... I'm sorry. I'm not even in the thing. I'm not... Okay. Yeah. So this is looks like it would deliver a lot more power, so I could charge up those to the 4,000 volts a lot faster. But don't underestimate that bug swatter thing. I think if we, put some batteries, some good batteries behind it, we could kind of push that, push that oscillator and that transformer. It's just, oh, we're just going to kill some bugs. We would just create, but if something got hot, we could put a heat sink on it, on that circuit. Do I have that around here? No, don't have. But you guys remember it. Okay, so those are the two things, because we need a 4,000 volt power supply to charge up these to do the magnetron. So that's one project there. And then the other thing, oh Jesus. Okay, and then there's those parts. I'm putting together a kit in this video, but we're talking about some other stuff that, and then the other thing is, I had this Nintendo thing, and this is the smaller cutting laser, and I did get the bigger one. So I don't want to take it off of this. I will make it onto this. I'll just use some stuff that I have floating about to make this. So I was thinking of making it like, it's very nice. It has a lot of holes in the bottom to secure it. So this is powered by 12 volts. But you see there's an extra wire. And of course, you guys are smart. You know that extra wire is like the duty cycle to turn it on and off. So you can just have the 12 volts on there, on the laser cutter. And then I'm guessing it's just 5 volts. And you could do any type of waveform or pulses on this one. So wouldn't that be cool to have batteries in there and then have some type of pulse circuit that could go ahead and pulse and have different waveforms? A very small circuit could do that. So that would be really cool to have a little laser gun, but that's way more powerful than this one, which will start a fire on tissue paper or burn stuff. It comes with glasses. You just have to use the glasses. You don't want to look into it. You'll burn your eyes out. You'll be blind. You'll be a beggar. You'll be under the bridge. You'll be on fentanyl. And all because you watched this video and didn't know. Of course, anybody that's watching that found me and found this video and found this is smart enough to know that you cannot, that you don't want to have this in your eye. So I think this is like 2.5 watts. And then the little pens that you have for the kitty, those are like 2.5 milliwatts. So it's like 1,000 kitty laser pointers. But these are blue. So that's in a different area. The red ones. You always like the lasers that people are more familiar with. There's always the red ones, the red wavelength. So, but these are in the blue, and that's faster. Like, cause you remember, like, and with space, like the redshift of the galaxies moving away. The redshift is slower, or the red part is on the lower end. So the blue and the violet is on the faster or smaller wavelength. So there's more power in it. I don't know. Okay, that's that to be. We'll figure that out. Okay, sorry guys, 20 minutes, and I'm just describing the other two other projects. And then of course we have the 400 volt bank that I was doing. So those are the three projects. But let's get down to, see, I got this, look. Okay, so now the video is starting. There. Now the video is starting because we're going to make this kit, and this is what the video is about. So this is video starting. The video is starting now at 21 minutes. Sorry guys. Okay, so yeah, this is one of those, look at that. I love like random number generator kind of things, and I like, you could really have a lot of fun with them. Like imagine if you got some random number generator things and you put them like an antenna on some of the components, just like make an antenna on some of the components and see if you can sway it. You could give it to someone else and see if you can predict what they're gonna, like, you can have so much fun with it. The video that, see, like a lot of these, you know, they're bent, but you know, oh, am I even in the, yeah, it's just bent a little bit, but look how nice they were to have the little sockets for this one. That's very nice of them. And then someone did comment about how atrocious my other soldering thing was. So look at this, look at this. And this is a controllable one. So some people were saying, well, you need to have one that has a where you can dial it up. See, I like that too. It has a light on it, or it has a light. So see, like just a little tiny things make a big difference. Because on the other one I had, it doesn't have a light, so it's like you don't know. Obviously, if it's plugged in and it's hot, but it's just nice to have that light. And the LED light is so piercing. It's not like the incandescent light. The LED light, for some reason, is just so piercing. You know, look at this over there. Look at that. It's like bouncing off everything. The LED light is so piercing. Those LEDs. Okay, so now I plugged it in. So this is, it's virgin. You guys are witnessing the, but yeah, you gotta have good tools. Obviously, you gotta have good tools. So put the stuff on there. Well, rosin paste. Rosin, and it's also like they have rosin for your bow if you play a violin. So, electronic arts. Okay, I'm not gonna make jokes. It's not Kill Tony. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say KILL. On YouTube, they will take my video and no one will see it because I said Kill Tony. I mean, it's a show. It's a show that's good. Okay. So, just unbend these. Let's see if I'm in the camera good. Okay. Yeah. So they're just bent a little bit. It's not a big deal, but you want to make sure they're bent. And then if you are unbending them and it unbends way too much, you know that it's like fractured. The metal's fractured or damaged or compromised in some way, that it's going to be unacceptable to have it work. Okay, so what we have here is so this is nice. Like, look how they have it. You know, it's just a little sheet. Okay, so we have the 555 timer, and then we have the CMOS 4017, and then it looks like it has a switch on there, so you could shake it. So, like, this is the best one because there's so many of these out there on Alibaba or eBay or Amazon, but this looks like it has a switch. Look, SW2000. It looks like it has some type of, you know, what's all in our iPhones and stuff to maybe detect motion. So that's probably what that is. See, just adding one little part like that is so cool, because then you can just shake it and it will go instead of pressing a switch like we're right 1950s, press a switch. No, you shake it. Okay, all right, I'm getting too excited about it. Okay, all right, so let's just show you guys the this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 resistors, 2 electrolytics, and then one of the these guys. But I do have, of course, I do have tons of those in case. See, I want to, let's not modify it first. Let's just do it right. Let's just do it right. Okay. And then a switch to, okay. Yeah. Wow, this is really, okay. So, learning from what I was doing last time, it's best to just put the smallest components on there first. Obviously, that makes sense. Where did, okay. See, and I do want to test these. I do want to test those. And of course the meter is not here. The meter is not here. No. This is, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we have our 4 resistors, and let's see what the values are on them. Okay, so the 4 resistors, we've got values of 470, 470K, 10K, 470K. So two of those are the same, a 10K. I'm just going to be gone for a few seconds while I get the other meter. See, I do have meter, but wait. No, I don't have the plug in for it. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so we'll just pretend that was like a bathroom break. We'll pretend I'm a gamer and that was a bathroom break. See, that's acceptable in that world. Okay, so let's go to... The best thing, I guess, would be to put the resistors on first. Which is what I didn't... Well, I kind of did on the other one. I was just so excited about that other one that I got distracted. Okay, so this is... Wow, that's right. Well, I mean, there's just... How many significant figures are we going to say that is? 3? Okay, that's our 10K. So, look at our sheet. 10K goes... See, this is going to be... I have ideas for this. So, some of my ideas for this are... You could have it solar powered. I have like little hand crank generator things. You could also put a buzzer, a little mechanical buzzer thing on one of the lights. And then like you could do so much stuff with it. Okay, focus. Okay, so we got that one. And then let's see about this one. Okay, this one we have, this is our 470,000. And where's that one go? 470K goes on the top of it. Yeah. So it's a little lower, but it could be because it's cold, right? If it was hotter in here, it might go a little bit. But it's Indianapolis, cold, and it was really warm the previous day, and now it's really cold. And that's welcome to Indiana weather. Okay, now we go to the next one. Okay, so the next one we have is the same. Okay, do we have 2? Yeah, we did have 2 of those. Yeah. Okay, so we did have 2 of them that are 470,000. 470,000, and that is right there. That is right there. And just put that in there. Just go in the. It's just like the Happy Gilmore. Just go. Just go in the hole. It just goes in the hole. Just go in the hole. Just go in the hole. Happy Gilmore. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now we're down to our last one, but we still want to test it. We still want to test it because we'll change the hourglass. Change the hourglass, you guys. There we go. See, isn't that? What's really interesting is they're going to have shirts that have the little embedded lead, like organic OLED in fabric. So can you imagine just being in the city in the future, the near future, and seeing fabric that people send messages to? Okay, this is for 46 is 47. Okay, this is our last one. So you're going to have fabric that's going to be able, it's all like with the AI and nano stuff, it's going to be insane because you're going to have fabric that is alive and people can see isn't that the future? Isn't that better? So instead of getting different fabrics, you can have LED lights in there or dim pixels in the fabric, and you could change it and design it. So each day you could kind of change your shirt, but it's the same shirt. And it's made out of microplastics and organic LEDs. And you just have a little controller. You can just change it. So you could even change it during the day. You could change your shirt during the day. And it would just, that would save all the dyes and all the the pollution. It doesn't matter if you go, pollute in your neighbors. I'm not gonna lecture you guys. You're smart. It doesn't matter if you go send all the electronics to India or send all the chemicals to China to be processed. It will flow around just like, okay, you don't have to, we all know we're all smart. Okay, so got that in there. So yeah, it looks like it has just a, so I don't want to put too many things in, but it's so nice that it's coming together. Okay, so we have, let's do some soldering on these. And someone told me very nicely, this is why I like to have my channel, is to bend them at 45 degrees, which makes sense too, because that's the best way to do it. So you remember from physics that if you want something to go the furthest, not furthest. Oh, see, I didn't have that. See, this is awesome. You can dial it in exactly. See, it's the tools. It's the tools. It's the tools that make the difference. you can dial it in, so I'm melting it right at the, yeah, the other one was just too much. And it was falling apart. Yeah, that's so cool. Look, a little dial on there. What was I on about? Yeah. Yeah, that's so much better. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you want something to go the farthest, the angle, you remember that from physics, that it's like 45 degrees will get you the most height and length before the speeding bullet or the ball or whatever in the physics thing. But it's real, it translates to real life. It translates to real life, you guys. It translates to real life. I don't know if I'm in the camera shot. I see. Kind of. Okay, so I am looking into getting a table. See, like it's wobbling around. I have the helping hand somewhere. Just all I need is a little friction from the paper to help it. But yeah, I am gonna get a table and have my electronics there and have it all set up, and it'll be nice, and then we'll laugh about these videos. But having the one bedroom, and I'm unemployed. Well, I'm not unemployed. I have a temp job. But they're moving the people from California to this temp job, and I'm a temp, and I don't know how solid it is gonna be. But the thing is it doesn't matter, because I'm always like, will show up and want to work. I'll show up and want to work over and over again. I just got to get out of the warehouse racket, but it's so much fun. But the electronics will be so much more rewarding. Well, did I actually solder all those things? Really? That was not fast. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Okay, and then I keep having to take off my glasses. And then let's get the little cutters. What are these cutters? Klein tools. Klein tools. So we'll cut. Yeah, those solders are nice. They're nice. My new solder thing. Yeah, it's just kind of like if you have a Corvette, or a Tesla, or a Cadillac, or a AMC, or whatever. You don't want to. Why would you use maximum power all the time? You would just want to use enough power. Just like if you're arresting someone, you just want to use enough power to subdue them. You just want to use enough power. It's like, I would use a machine gun you're out there hunting rabbits. You guys, I'm kidding. See, this is the problem. you're out there hunting rabbits with a machine gun. That's ridiculous. You don't want to use all the power. Okay, so here's our ceramic. Oh, yeah. There's a ceramic one. Yeah, this is coming together so nice. This is so nice. It's coming together. Maybe I should do a couple more. No, I want to do it. I'm listening to the BBC radio right now. In the South Korea, they don't have enough. They don't have enough doctors. They don't want to have more doctors because the doctors that are there will lose money because there will be more doctors. Isn't greed the worst thing? You know, you could talk about people who do drugs or sex or steal or this. It's just like greed is the worst thing. Like the doctors are striking. Is capitalism? Is South Korea capitalism too? I guess you seriously are a doctor and you're a South Korean doctor. Do you not have enough? Do you have to have more? It's just more. What? It's just crazy. I think it's just crazy. I don't want that. You know, I'll live under the bridge and I'll have my filtered water, my filtered hydrogen water, and put the cell drops in, cell food in it, and eat raw food, and I'll be under the bridge. I guess you can't fight all the war, or what do they say, pick your battles. What are you going to do with the money? And then that Sam Bankman-Fried, they were going to give him 100 years. Well, they're going to make an example out of him. You can't play with people's money. Because if he gets away with it, then other people are going to start to... It's just kind of like that Chris Rock bit where he's with Marion Barry about him being, don't do cocaine, you won't be anything. It's a Chris Rock bit. It's so funny. Don't do cocaine, you won't be anything. Don't do cocaine, you won't be anything. And Marion Barry and Marion Barry in Maryland or wherever, and then the Chris Rock goes, "Yeah, I could be mayor," because that's the way. If society says okay on these things. Okay, so we have two of these "50-volt, 10 microfarad, 16-volt, 47 microfarad. So we need to put where's the... Okay. Okay, so they're just identifying it by the capacity. So the shaded part is the negative. The longer lead is the positive. You can count on that. You can take that to the Bankman-Fried. And then, okay, and then 47 microfarads on there. Okay, I'm even on the thing. Okay, yeah, so we got those in there. And then we have problems with the thing on the moon. So the poor little space bot satellite. I mean, you're going on the, it's not, no, I almost said Martian terrain. Moon terrain. What is the moon terrain? What do we call the moon terrain? Under lunar terrain. Lunar terrain. Okay, so yeah, you have to negotiate the lunar terrain. We don't have that here, but we've been there enough. We've been there enough that you'd think that we would know that it could possibly turn over and the solar cell won't be charged up. Let's just make the damn thing nuclear. No, we need the sun to power stuff, so we can have more stuff. We can make more money and have the sun power your crypto, your computer's doing crypto. Have the sun do that. You'd spend so much money with the solar cells and the batteries and the computers to mine the crypto, but the crypto could be worth so much in the future. In the future. In the future. In the future. And then, okay, am I still in the thing? Okay, yeah. And then I heard also that Apple is getting out of the. I didn't know Apple was making. I like Apple Watch. I like Apple Tablet. I like Apple. I don't know if I want to be in an Apple car. So they're getting out of that. That's probably a good move. That's probably a good move. I don't know. But you like it. But would you want to be in an Apple car with an Apple Watch and an Apple phone? I mean, that almost sounds like we're communism or something. Like it's capitalism to the extreme has turned into communism. Capitalism to the extreme is communism. I have an Apple house, an Apple phone, an Apple car, Apple tablet, Apple pacemaker. We're growing organs in an Apple pig. And then we're going to have Elon Musk have the pig have the organs talk to us? Wouldn't you want your, don't you want to know what your organs are thinking? Don't you, are you so dumb that you don't know your liver and your kidneys are sentient and they want to communicate with you? Don't you understand that? Don't you get that? And you can do it all in your Apple car. Have your Apple. Okay. Yeah. Oh, darn it. Okay. It's not a big deal. I should have. I should have. I was too aggressive with putting this down. See, that's all it takes. But very gently we can fix the leg. And it's always one of the corner ones that's gonna have that I do have a bunch of these. This is a common one. This 4017. This CMOS 4017. Am I in this shot? Yeah, so, but I want to save this. Why not? I don't want to. See, I was too distracted. That's my problem. I was too distracted. That's had one neuron skipped a beat. One neuron skipped a beat and I missed. Okay, so you always want to make sure we're putting where the notches are. We all know about that. That's the easiest thing. Okay, see there, it's better because I'm paying attention now. One neuron skipped a beat because I was talking about stuff that will probably happen, you know. Okay, all right, and then we have one of the transistors, 9014. Put that in there. Yeah, I like the way those transistors fit in there because the three legs just all kind of balance each other and hold it in. Very nice. I got my new soldering iron, soldering iron, and then I got a table. See, it's coming together, you guys. It's coming together. It's coming together. I'm never gonna give up. I'll be like in the nursing home, going, don't throw away that microwave. Let me just look at it. I'll be in the nursing home going, yeah, I'll just the TV. Don't throw it away. I know that we can just let me just take a look at it. Can I just take a look at it? I'm trying to see if there's it seems like there's some kind of shaky thing in there. Yeah. Oh, this one's going to be a good one. Okay. So now we have everything in there. Okay. Everything's in there. And then we need our lights. All that's left is the lights. You could put them in any way you want, or you could put some other different lights. I have tons of lights, but let's just go. Don't care. See, this doesn't. Wow. Okay. So the flat side, is opposite the long side. So all I need to know is, yeah, okay, all I need to know is the long side goes in the middle. That's the pattern. But I'm still going to look at each one of them because I've had kits where you're following the pattern, you're following the pattern, you're following the pattern, and then they reverse something. Just because of the schematic, it's easier to do the PCB way. It's easier to make the wait. Okay. No, I'm just, for some reason my dyslexic brain wants the long one to be the flat. The long one is the positive, and the flat, see, it's like, these are my problems. These are my problems, you guys. These are my problems. I just need to not think about it. Just not think about it, because when I think about it, then it's like my brain wants it to be that way, and it's like my brain says it should be that way, and I can't fix it. I can't fix it. Okay, so we'll put all the we have all the lights in there, the LEDs, and then just put a paper over it, and then put it down like that. Oh, how long is this video going? Oh my gosh. All right, guys, I'm trying to go faster. Try to go faster. But yeah, so yeah, I got my new soldering iron. I think it needs, why wouldn't it say when it, why wouldn't it say what the melting point is of this solder? I guess since it's the typical one, it's like everybody knows it. It's like, how many inches are in a foot? It's like, why would you have to print that on something? Why would you have to print that on something? How many inches are in a foot? How many pounds in a stone? How many stones in a pound? Okay, yeah. That's nice. I do like the soldering. And there is a vent thing in here in the washing room. So this is kind of the best place to do it. But when I do get the table that I'm talking about the table, that's next to a window, so I can get a fan. So you guys call me out if you don't want to have me make my own gas chamber, but there's microplastics everywhere in your fabrics, in your everything, all the stuff you're touching, but these are chemicals here too. But there's a road by me, so there's diesel, and then there's pollution, and I want to get the meter. The meter that I had broke, but it would measure particulates. So I have a meter that measures Tesla, and it measures what else? But this, oh, and then I have a carbon dioxide meter. But I had this one meter. Oh, once I get money, I will want that again. This meter, I think it was $230, but it would measure VOCs. And I think I have a YouTube video. I love that meter, so that I could test, and we could, I could make sure. You don't know. Your nose is a tester. Okay, so it's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together. It's all together. Okay, so it says 3 to 5 volts on there. Wow, is it gonna work, you guys? Is it gonna work? Where's my glasses? Okay, so we just need to have 3 to 5 volts on there. And I always save wire like this to make, and this is what's in there, and that's all we need. So we just can get these guys. Wow. Yeah, and then cleaning up the junk too. That's another thing, little tiny bits that you cut off. You want to control those, of course, because it could easily just become lodged, like a little part could be lodged in there, and you're like, why isn't it working? God damn it, why isn't the fucking thing working? And it's because you are messy. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, so we'll just put this there. That's, yeah. We just need to, yeah. It's coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. Remember the A-team? Oh, that was a big, okay. So, there we go. So this, the power, it can easily, it says 3 to 5 volts, so it could easily, you could easily take apart a cord, a USB cord. Why am I not satisfied with this? It doesn't look like it's, is there something weird about that? It doesn't seem like it's adhering to it very well. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. I want it to I want the solder to flow up into the, you don't need to get obsessed about it. You don't need to get obsessed about it. Okay, look at it. Look at it. Okay, so let us see if it works. Let us see. I'm putting it on the metal. Shouldn't do that. Okay, so let's just check it out. Put plastic on there. Okay, so power supply. Power supply. Do I have, looking around here, I have, I'm not going to go in there. We'll just have to use this one. We have a power supply here, though. Okay, we have that. Okay, so the middle one is, so we'll just use this to test it. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so that wasn't a thing. That was an actual part. That wasn't a thing. I thought that was a thing to shake it and it would do it. Okay, so, yeah. So now what I would change is I would want it to go faster and longer. I would want it to go faster and longer. So to modify it, so in the next video, because this one's too long, so it does work. Yeah, off a USB. Well, that's cool. So the random generator works. I like this. I really like this. You could put a buzzers on one of them, but I do want to make it so it goes faster and then longer and slows down. So more of an effect to drag it out. But if if you wanted it like this, if you're playing some kind of game and you wanted it like this, seems very methodical. I want it more like a casino thing. Okay. All right, guys. It worked. Yay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching better content, better videos coming. Happy holidays.